Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of the Let's Play series. Hope you're all doing well. Last episode, we remade our starter home. Makes me happy to go back on some of my builds and improve them. And yeah, that made me motivated to actually rework some of our other builds. Which is why I decided to rework our villager place. So as you can see, I already done it. It's kinda like the same gradient as the other build. So we have a lot more color, a lot more diversity, and a lot more personality. I'm actually really happy how this one came out. Even better than the starter home, I would say. So as you can see, we have some glazed terracotta, a lot of flower pots, the good old amethyst trim, and of course our windows with acacia with a bit of jungle mixed in. Even have a diamond ore at the top, because we're fancy like that. And also I did something that I never did before. I mixed some nether bricks with the dark oak. And from really close it looks a bit weird because it's not the same texture. But if you go a bit back, it just creates some dark spots. And I think it looks great. So I'm gonna keep doing that. Yeah, we also added a little flower banner with a melon wall. You know, just your typical building blocks. And yeah, I also tried to add some shades with the texturing. And it's a bit lighter around the bottom where the sun hits, but under the flower box it should be shaded, so it's a bit darker. But yeah, I'm super happy how this one came out. I think next I'm gonna work on these two. You know, the redstone storage and the potion place. How should we do these two? Should we do time-lapse, building montage, or do we just pray that it stops raining? Anyway, let's get to it. Oh, it's already done. Well, that's convenient. Let's take a closer look. So it's a lot more colorful than it used to. So yeah, as you can see, we went for red walls with some glazed terracotta and redstone blocks or concrete powder. Also added a bit of ores in the wall. You know, it's a bit weird, but I guess it works out. Now we have the usual glazed terracotta. I love the gray one, I think it's the best. I love these cross shapes it does. A couple of amethyst here and there. So I did a few pistons. You know, I had some in the original design that I did. An interesting texture, so I kept those. Couple of flower bugs, some glowberries here and there. Couple of node blocks. A bit of a roof there. And we have some pink terracotta in here. As I did with the other build, I mixed some nether bricks with the dark oak. Also changed a bit of the water wheel. It's the exact same shape. I just added a bit of dark oak and some trapdoors to make it look a bit more detailed. I could terraform this a bit better. I just put it pretty much like he was used to. I put this around here because there's the redstone for the ender porter in here. And yeah, also for the tower, I just textured the wall. So I did a few lecterns, campfires, lanterns, pots. And then for the top, the red lights are kind of for the ships to not crash into it, I guess. Yeah, we kind of have the same ones for the potion place tower. I just added these candles. It kind of looks like torches, but extinguished. And yeah, for the potion place, yeah, it's pretty much the same shape as before. I did a few hanging pots and lanterns with grindstones. Changed the windows a bit with some trapdoors. Added some ores here and there. Couple of potion banners. Bit of amethyst, like in everywhere pretty much. And yeah, I also added this. This is a white banner with this design. From afar, it kind of looks like a weird texture, but it looks kind of good. So just to test, but I think I'm gonna put some more. And yeah, for the back, we didn't change that green tank, just kept it as it is. I think I waxed some of the copper so it doesn't oxidize too much. And yeah, for the tower, you know, just a couple of target blocks. And also some fletching tables, even some brewing stands, because this is a potion place, so. But yeah, overall, pretty good. Very happy how they look, fit well with the two other we have done. So I guess the next one is gonna be the portal. Not sure if I'm gonna do the same tower or a bigger one. We'll see. Maybe this episode. And also, as you can see on the top left, we have updated to 1.20. So you know what that means. Gonna go on a little adventure. I'm really excited to see all the new features. I think this is a great update. I really love all the new features they've added. I didn't look too much into it because I kind of want to experience it for myself before knowing everything about it. So, okay, there we go. The Woodland Explorer map. So this one is a Woodland Mansion map. So as we see with the tiny little dot on the bottom right. So we're actually gonna go for it, and on the way, hopefully we're gonna find a lot more structures where we can find armor trim or maybe even a cherry grove. We'll see. But yeah, that's the plan. Well, that was a pretty good adventure. Got a decent amount of stuff, a good amount of sand from that desert temple. So got a decent amount of goodies from the ancient city and the mansion, and also from excavating that whole trail ruin. Yeah, also got a few ancient debris, another pick step, and a few netherite upgrades. But the main thing, of course, all the pottery shards, the sniffer eggs, and all the armor trims. So we didn't get all of them, obviously. Still a lot more exploring to do, but we got a decent amount of them. And we also got very lucky with the silence one, which is one of the rarest. Okay, so I made a small enclosure for the sniffers. As you can see, they sometimes dig up seeds, and they get picked up by a hopper minecart below. As you can see, they're very happy to be here, so that's nice. And then you can breed them using touch flower seeds. And you get an egg, and then you could place it on moss so it hatches faster. And yeah, the two new plants are the torch flowers and the pods. They're pretty colorful. I don't think they fit with everything, but if you have a very colorful build, I think it looks pretty good. So we're almost done with the episode. Just before we end, I just want to do a bit of building. I've been reworking all of our ancient builds in the village. So I think I'm gonna rework that portal tower next. And I'm also gonna add something next to the path that leads to the dock. So let's get to it. Okay, we're back. And we have a brand new nether portal. I really like how it looks. So we have a mix of bricks, granite for the base, and then we have the main tower, the usual yellowish walls. And yeah, the bigger tower with a bit of ores, some crystals, and also made the top with some wither skulls in flower pots. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. And yes, for the inside, we didn't do much. Just put a bit more skulk than there was, but I also added a beacon chandelier. It's a big chain, and I'm not sure what to do with the tower, if I had a way to go up there or not. And also for a little side building that we have here. It's a very small building, but I really like how it looks. And just a bit of ores, terracotta, and amethyst in there. Very small, very detailed, and I really like it. And inside of it, I don't know if you saw maybe in the time lapse, but it's gonna be a sweet berry farm. So I put the foxes we had in boats in the village, and I put them inside the farm. And normally they should start attacking those berry bushes, and it's gonna drop, and there's upper minecarts below. They're gonna pick up the items. Okay, so before ending the episode, we're actually gonna use a couple of armor trims to make our armor. So I think I need Spire, Dune, and also Shaper and Wayfinder. And the way you duplicate these is you take the corresponding block and you add 7 diamonds all around it. So it's pretty expensive, but there's no use for diamonds anyway, so I think that's fine. Yeah, there you go. So the diamonds around the block in the middle. Yeah, gonna duplicate one of each. Let's start with the boots. I'm gonna put Spire with some gold. Going for Shaper on the pants with some gold as well. For the chestplate that we probably never gonna use, we're gonna go for Dune. And finally for the helmet, we're gonna go Wayfinder. Pretty fancy look. I tried the other trims, but I think gold looks pretty good. Almost look like some gilded blackstone with the netherite. I'm definitely gonna make some other outfits, but for now, I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, now that we look fancy, it's actually time to close down this episode. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and bye bye.